Hi everyone, today I would like to tell you a 10 short talk on sequence. The number one, first, the speakers greeted the audience, write their name at the top and in capital letter when you get their test. Next, he advised the direction carefully before you answered the question and marking their answer on the answer sheet. After that, he asked that let him know if you didn't have pencil. Finally, he suggested turning in their test and going home when you were finished. The conversation too. First, the speaker welcomed to Miss Su Kim playing the violin concerto. Next, the concert that evening would be preceded by brief talk by Professor Robert Simon on the history of the violin. Mr. Simon has lectured on the violin all around the world. After that, following the performance, the speaker said they would all go to the lobby to enjoy refreshment. Finally, he introduced their director, who would introduce Professor Simon. The number three. First, the speaker offered the audiences sign in at the desk and get the visitors the pass when entering the building. Next, he asked that didn't lose the pass because you would need to wear a time when you were in the building. After that, he said that wait for an escort to accompany you to their destination. You must also be escorted back to the reception desk. Finally, he reminded the audiences didn't forget to sign out and return their pass when you were leaving and thanked their cooperation. The number the conversation for. First, the speaker got customer attention. The store would close in 15 minutes. Next, he suggested talking over their purchase to the cashier. And then, if you were buying 5 or fewer items, he would pay with cash and using the pledge checkout lane. After that, have your receipt ready to show the girl when leaving the store. Finally, he reminded the customer check to all these items were the right size and color before you pay, and they didn't accept return. The conversation 5. First, the speaker said that after the news were there quickened weather report. Next, he announced reporter Tom Taylor would interview Susan Wilbur about her new book, How to Get Rich in the Stock Market. Mr. Wilbur was renowned expert on investing and finances and write the weekly newspaper column You and Your Money. Finally, he commented it was a very informative show and he introduced Peter Cook with the news. The conversation 6. First, the speaker announced the audiences there should be a large turnout for the day after the National Day parade. It would be preceded by speech by mayor and the chief police. Next, he told everyone was invited to enjoy a barbecue and a firework at City Park in the evening. There were free events and didn't forget to attend the morning soccer game in National Stadium. Finally, he said that attendance at the game was also free, but arrive early if you wanted to be sure of getting a good seat. The conversation 7. First, the speaker announced that a few changes had been made to conference schedule because they were schedule conflicts. Next, Professor James Wilson would speak immediately following lunch instead before. After that, morning coffee would be served in the front hall instead in the dining room. Finally, the morning workshop would begin at 10 o'clock. The session recently scheduled, but the afternoon session would begin until 1:13 and Miss Corey would give the opening talk. The conversation 8. First, the speaker told that the president had left that day for a visit to Latin America. Next, he would task first to a meeting in Mexico City. They were leaders from Colombia, Brazil, and Mexico. After that, following a few days, press at a Mexican beach resort. He would go on to a meeting with heads of state and Peru and Ecuador. Finally, he would talk factories and meet with union leaders and both countries. The conversation 9. First, the speaker said congratulations on becoming an owner of the bread to specific 2010 bread making machine. Next, he told you were sure to enjoy the luxury of having friends make bread every day right in their home. After that, he commented it was easy to use your new bread machine, similarly to recipe from the instruction book. Finally, assemble and measure ingredient, then play them in machine. As the bread base, you won't be able to wait for the first taste. The conversation 10. First, the speaker announced you could register for classes by phone and avoid the long line at the registration office. Next, he suggested calling 3322445, pressing 1 if you were a new student, or pressing 2 if you were a returning student, and telling you so serial number than the class number. After that, you had selected all their classes and till their credit card number, then hang up. Finally, you were received by mail within 5 days. Thank you for listening.